Is corporeal punishment effective? Without having seen any kind of studies or having discussed it in any capacity with any experts, the experts whatsoever, I will certainly advocate to some extent to non-traumatizing corporeal punishment for disciplining purposes. I don't think, obviously, you should punch your offspring in the head until they bleed. But once they reach a certain threshold of being out of control, I think it's perfectly acceptable to do a decisive slap that doesn't draw blood. Just, it is more the shock of it than the actual punishment. Swatting across the buttocks seems fairly reasonable. Of course, only if that threshold of mischief is reached and there is just no other recourse. I think humans simply respond to that kind of thing by nature, because reasoning with such a young creature, it just only gets you so far, and until you can have an actual discussion with these beasts, these savages that would have the run of your life if you let them. Okay, that was the previous episode. I mean, the previous level, or this particular level that I pissed off shopkeepers. I don't have to worry about them just yet. Until then, a little bit of tyranny seems necessary. Hello, ladies, gents, and all the beaten children traumatized by their parents. I don't really know why I started with that entire topic, perhaps because of the corporeal punishment that I was doling out to my involuntary wife and my surrogate child here in the video game, not in real life. My wife is fully voluntary, or else she knows what's best for her, so she doesn't argue that she's here by choice. I'm saying it's very important to keep that lady in a tight leash, otherwise she might get away with all kinds of nonsense that I cannot allow. What do you think? What do you think? And obviously, again, not to the extent of trauma, not talking about beatings, but, a firm hand sometimes may be the only way that you can get your point across and a little bit of peace in your life. And not just for your own sake, but because it is extremely effective to show that certain extreme behaviors have a little bit of an extreme consequence, and that you don't want to test the boundaries in such extreme manner. I have gone at length about saying how my parents were always great, and I will always remember the one and only slap across the face that I got from my father, and I 100% deserve that shit. Oh, this man be poisoned. Hey, you uncouth heathen, do not touch the lady. I guess I could wait him out, but I'm gonna try and freeze him. I'll probably die right now. I'll just die really good. Except I didn't. I'm the greatest of all time. I am the greatest of all time. I'll always remember the one and only slap. I think it was... No, that was a threat. When, when it was my job to open the garage door, and I got out all mad, and I threw it like an idiot. I got threatened, and I felt threatened. Forget what I was doing that one time that I did earn it. But man, I don't remember what it was, but I just remember I deserved it. I don't know. Just drove him nuts, and one was enough. And he always told me that one was enough. After that, the threat of it was way more effective than getting hit again. Again, there was no actual damage. It's just the shock of it. That really kind of is very effective. These days, though, holy crap. It seems like even full-on punches to the head will not calm some of the beasts that are being raised out in the humanity urban jungles. But I don't know. Anyway, I don't know where I'm going with all this. Perhaps just trying to drive some extremely strongly worded engagement in the comments. Is that what I'm attempting to do? I don't think I'm attempting to do that. I just, for some reason, got it in my mind. And I do welcome. Kind of have to do something like this. Open everything? No, that will not open everything. And now I have one bomb to make this happen, except I can simply go back to the gate all the way up here. We only have 30 seconds though, and no light. And in fact, there's way too much light in my room. Let me darken it. All that being said, I was no angel. Hey, you son of a... But I was certainly, most certainly, quite the good boy when I was growing up. I've always been quite the good boy. My parents always compliment me for being a good boy. My brother too, to a lesser extent. He did get up to some hijinks, but for the most part, I've been very well behaved. And in fact, I would take pride in being well behaved. The people, oh wait, there is a pickaxe. The people in my class would try to take pointers from me for being so well behaved. I always remember being asked, how did you do it? How did you stay still and not get in trouble in class? This was a genuine, actual question that I was asked. And because I was like, well, it's a freaking no-brainer. You just don't, you're not stupid and you don't do things. But I had to actually come up with some kind of advice, right? So I just told the guy, what the freaking hell just happened? What is this? What is this? We know picking up these shotguns makes them explode. Does crushing them make them explode? They don't. Okay, great new science that has been discovered. Let's grab this shield and maybe get somewhere incredible. The thing with the shield, man, I mean, I realized that there was a comment pointing out how, hey, the shield may actually be super good now that the shotgun is so much harder to obtain. And indeed is good, but it's such an annoyance to have to drop it all the time so you don't crush things. It's a flawed item just by design of it being annoying to use. It's the fun of reflecting things and being impervious. Does it work? No. You need the golden key, buddy. So I told this kid, oh, at home, I will draw a picture of the teacher and I will sit in front of it and I will cross my arms in front of it and just be quiet while staring at the teacher. That's what I told him that I would do at home. And then like 2 days later, this miscreant that could not control himself. Where's the damn golden key, buddy? That's what I'm looking for. There is no golden key to be found. Very upsetting. Hello, I have found it. Unfortunately, I no longer wield that ice beam because I'm not gonna have time to go get it. That miscreant got in trouble the very 2 days later. And as soon as class was over, where's the shield? Leave it. Yeah. Get to the exit. As soon as class was over, a guy comes over, is like, yeah, thanks a lot. That didn't work at all. And I will always imagine this dude. We were about 8 years old, by the way. We were just kids. You know, it was all really stupid. See, I tried to pick up things, and instead I crushed them because I'm too damn powerful. with the shield. I don't like it. Gonna hold on to it, but I don't like it. I'm gonna go on record that I don't like it. Oopsie! There goes my dog friend. Might as well throw a bomb down there. We'll always imagine this guy actually sitting at home doing this retarded thing that I told him to do, thinking that all his behavioral problems will be solved. I don't know. It's just a funny. It's a funny memory that I have of this guy that I went on to grow up with, and they'll always come back in my mind. That's some really stupid thing that no doubt he actually did, because he wanted to improve. You know, he had self-control issues, but he wanted to improve himself. Yeah! That is the thing when you piss off shopkeepers. So sometimes I wasn't a troublemaker, okay? I was not somebody that would make noise and talk back and be a trouble child. In fact, quite the opposite, like I said. But that didn't mean that I didn't get up to no good now and then. I think my most egregious infraction that I never got in trouble for, but that I still remember as something despicable that I did. And bear in mind, again, I must have been maybe 10 years old. So there is a little bit of latitude that you can give me for my bad criminal ways. And this was literal criminal ways. You see, in my school, because it was a high trust society kind of school, during lunch hours, if you don't know what's going on with lunch hours in Spain, at least where I was growing up, I don't think they have changed it since. But when I was growing up, Spain is notorious for the culture of the siesta. And that's a real thing that Spaniards will do. They will split the Labor Day in morning and evening. That's right, there's a pissed off son of a whore over here, a pissed off Puerto Rican over here. How about you eat one of these and hopefully call me in the morning? Actually, this bomb, yes, this bomb, if I cook it just right, it will be hilarious. Are you dead? There was blood. No, you know dead. You know dead. There you go. You'll get punched in the head, right? And then there's the other maniac. What a pain. Wow. What a savage. Labor is split morning and evening. We would go home at 1, then go back to school at 3. I've mentioned this before, but I am setting out the context. This guy is just ruining everything, isn't he? It's just atrocious. No, you don't want to die? You don't want to die a horrible death? Well, time is running out, bud. Oh, at least I got him once, I suppose. Better than dying. So, from 1 to 3, school will be over. School will be over. And I would find myself with a little bit of time before it was time for me to go home. And it so happened, the classrooms, they would all get left unlocked. This would happen during recess, and this would happen during that period of time of lunchtime, for people to have lunch and then have the siesta if they went home. For the labor, that's mostly for the teachers, really, before they could have their freaking nap. There's just no anger to be spent here, huh? It's all purely peaceful. I see. We'll carry on, I suppose. So these classrooms would be left unlocked. And in the classrooms, kids would leave their candy. For some reason, teachers made the kids just leave these items at the front of the classroom. They didn't want the kids to have them in their pocket. They wanted all these items to be at the front of the classroom for them to not to be distracted by them. I guess that was the reasoning behind it. And they will just be sitting at the front of the classroom, fully unattended. Right, for your good old kid Uncle Blargo to just put them in his pocket. Oh, the amount of wonderful little toys that I shamelessly stole from my fellow students. Oh, the amount of sweets that I put in my mouth and ate. I would be picked up by my mother after we were done. I used to take the school bus, you see. And this is just a nightmare. I'm going to die a horrible death if I don't control myself here. For some reason, my voice is cracking. It was doing fine, but I'm having some voice problems. What is going on? I am revisiting puberty as I tell you about my childhood. And I just never got caught. I did notice that some classrooms started being locked. After maybe a... Oh! Okay, that was not an open trap. But we're not doing so hot with the health situation here. The health situation is insane. What silly monkey business is going on over here? All these golden monkeys. What a wonderful little event. An event that doesn't want to just outright murder me. I appreciate that. Thank you, TommTamm and Harry. I appreciate that a great deal. Sometimes you cut me a break. Well done. Whoa. Fate itself cut me a break. Look at all this cash just dropping on my head. I would use my bomb to grab this radio. I'm gonna pass on that though. Didn't the radio have a problem? Yeah. Don't grab radios, and I was told in the comments too that don't grab the power pack or the game just outright crashes. It is an unstable release, this one. What is going on down here? Mega Spider, huh? I ain't got the explosives to destroy you, Mega Spider. How about we use this key to go straight through and hopefully not get wrecked. So I never paid for my crimes. Totally got away with it. Told my mother there would be toys, and sometimes I would just bring them into the car, and she was, oh, where you get that? Oh, I found it on Reese's. It was just thrown in the dirt. Found it during Reese's. It was thrown in the dirt. She believed me. Why wouldn't she? Her son wasn't a disgusting, filthy thief going into the classrooms and just putting things in his pockets that didn't belong to him. No. He would never do that. So, wow, yeah, this guy just deserves death just for being so smug, just sitting there. I did not like his attitude whatsoever. I want this skull. I want it. Son of a... I'm too stupid to live. We haven't pissed off the shopkeeper. Somehow I came all the way this far. Did not piss off the shopkeepers. My pride tells me go back to the swamp. Let me just go to the jungle. I feel okay, and we have a new Jedi. Makes a lot of sense to come to the jungle. What is this nightmare, brother? Why you do this, TommTamm? Why you create... No, don't you son of a... Well, I would have been okay being devoured, honestly. I would have been just fine with that. Somehow made it through, only losing 1 point of health. Man, that was cursed. That was absolutely evil. What a terrible spawn. I see that shake, I sure do. Is that worth the bomb? I think it is. Okay, it's he actually did get destroyed. Alright. This is not great. We kind of had to go with this. The slow lizard nearly murdered me. Alright, but we got one bomb. This needs to go into the black market, and that's the only target that it may enter. I see ya. I see ya trying to ruin my life. I do a little bit of murder here. That's about the most despicable thing I ever did. Like I said, not terribly not terribly much of a troublemaker. Trying to find a reason why I should continue along this path. Just get to the exit, hope to encounter the black market. Hope that is in an easily accessible location. Filth. Just do a little bit of murder. That sucks to be you. What a humiliation. I just doled upon your person. And there's the weird Antonio Banderas key again. I don't know what to do about it. I'm extremely tempted. Oh, what is this nightmare? Oh no. Oh no. I don't want to go through that, but I may have to. I probably have to. Oh, that's not chill, huh? Oh, the black market is here to save me from despair. Hard to tell where it's at, though. It is a nightmare. No, I ate the freaking curse like a buffoon. It's really close. Yeah, oh, I see it. Anyway, I will perish here, no matter what. Here's the problem. Here's the problem that I have for you. There's no guaranteed clover. So getting a proper sacrifice. What are you doing? Getting a proper sacrifice is annoying as hell. I'm trying to see the damsel, but it's trapped forever. So I have 45 seconds to get this done. I ain't got no money. Everything sucks. Welcome to the black market. And then I just die to thorns in the face. Let me know in the comments below the mischief that you got up to. Don't go all the way to criminal. I want to know your convictions and the horrendous crimes you have committed. Don't make the comments into a confession for the feds to find you and prosecute you. I'm trying to grab the jetpack and not touch anything else. There you go. Is that a key? Oh yeah, he gives you a key because he has a cell for his slave. Slave here, just a pile of bombs. Very nice. I guess I will grab this pickaxe. But you know, a nice bit of mischief that you got up to, that you are strangely proud of. What's going on here? That was very upsetting. Here we have a few turkeys. I'm starting the recording not when I finally get... Did I just murder that poor bastard? I sure did. No, he's still alive. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. Come on here, fool. Through the gate you go. And another crash. I am using the unstable version, but I may have to roll it back because this is the third crash that I haven't even told you about. Ha! I saw you coming from a mile away. Watch the crate mimic in its wild environment. Whoosh! Well, alright. I'm done with this. I'm okay with this. What is it about ding-dong ditching that kids find so damn entertaining? Why is it such a childhood classic to ding-dong ditch? I did it. Pretty sure every kid running wild in a neighborhood has done it. Why is it so damn entertaining when it is such an obnoxious and irrational, non-fulfilling prank? And I guess I just answered my own question. That's why it's appealing to children. But later on in life, it's like, what's the point? A complete stranger, you make them come to the door and act slightly confused or annoyed. Somehow that is just hilarious. My brother, why you do this to me? Didn't realize. But boom! Oh, you're still alive. I guess we're doing this because we only have 1 minute. And you have a shotgun? How insane. Problem being, I have no time. Oh, but this is open though. I have to do this. Wow, great job. 2 points of life is not good enough. You don't even remember it with regret or shame. It's more like, what a stupid thing to do. What a silly thing to do. Why do children do it? Well, I really wanted to go that way, but you see the power Ultra Ghost is not gonna allow me to do it. I actually did it. Look at me. I have 0 bombs, so there's 0 prospects for this run. But it does feel like I have to go backpack less. I think that the moment I put on a backpack, that's when the game crashes. So, not great. Not great for my future. Just classic TommTamm making my life even harder. It's not good enough that everything wants to kill me. You need to also face it with the absolute bare minimum of resources. No Ujjarai, unfortunately. Oh! What the hell just exploded? A mighty explosion. I mean, we do have access. We have access here. This will not kill me. Indeed, well done. Where are you, Jacqueline? I can totally reach you, grab you by the buttocks, and put you in Callie's embrace. Oh, and how much you would like it. She will dress you in leather, display you in a glass case, make you dance to the rhythm of the screams and the war drums. Counting bodies like sheep. That's what you will be doing. I would love to. I mean, I guess we can do a little bit of gambling here. We do a little bit of trolling around these parts. Unfortunately, I have no means whatsoever to dig down. So, no, that is evil temptation there, Mr. Shopkeeper. You just want to kill me in the most indirect way possible. I will forbid myself from using any backpack. Show it right there. And that is just not worth my time, you piece of scum. And unfortunately, I have no explosions, so there is no access to the crystal Ujjarai. Pow! Alright. Send this back down. And then, very calmly. Oh! Get through here. Oh, that was perhaps a mistake. Am I just fully trapped here? I think I can jump through the gap. It's not that bad. Always entertaining to murder these people, right? At least for me it is. I don't know if it is entertaining for you, but it's where the excitement begins. If any given run. Oh, I was about to depart. Look at what is contained. And look at this is incredible. Got an how are you even still alive, you son of a whore? You evil piece of scum. What the? Stop! You maniac! He's wanted to hang out. He's just determined to collect his items. Really? Really? You just gave me a freaking ruby from a crate? That should be illegal, man. TommTamm, you belong in prison for putting gems in crates. It's outrageous nonsense. Oh, come on. I am stuck here. Maybe I can use the more. But it is not climbing up this way, that piece of scum. And then I destroy my own chances. Maybe if I cook this properly, get myself a nice way up. I want to use my few ropes that I have left. How the hell do you avoid death by spike? Let me use you to trigger this. Very nice. And this scumbag, he is no threat to me. Ooh. Alright, we're fine. Everything's fine. Let's see if we can grab a few crates from the background. get me some resources that don't include backpacks. Huh. A little bit of money, good stuff. Mosquitoes are deceptively deadly in this background layer. Certainly not as bad as the poison and the man traps. But the mosquitoes are there because they will throw you straight into the spikes. Very devilish indeed. Is that a crate? I believe so. Freaking filth. There you are. Seems like they were made a little bit more difficult to obtain, the crates on the sides. Alright, let me just go over to the other side. Seems like this darker gauntlet is also a little bit more complicated to navigate, though may simply be the current. This doesn't shake. The current generation just happened to be fairly evil. I've been slowly teaching myself not to go straight for the loot, just let it shake a little bit, not be too much like a millennia-old elf bored with life, throwing myself into the maw of danger for my greed and my hope. You feel the warmth of a mother's love. Do that every day, bud. Do that every day. I am the most blessed, #blessed son of a bitch you could imagine. I want to be hugged, but there is no way I can be hugged without using a rope, and it ain't worth it to spend my second to last rope to get this done. I'll just grab this dope and get healed by its incredible power of licking my face. What? This seems reasonable. Do a little bit of murder. Oh yeah, look at all this violence. Now why not? Having Gronka by my side, it never goes wrong. It rarely really does. In Spelunky 2, he ain't no longer a thing to insta-murder them. They basically just stay behind, get themselves killed. That is their current fate in Spelunky 2. Not so much something that will get you killed most often than not. I would like some delicious grub, please. I don't see no meat. Not guaranteed to be in the middle, I guess. Man, what an absolute ass of a challenge. This is complete garbage. At least we get this. Wow. How atrocious. I have been fully scammed by Ratface. I've been taken for a rube, made a fool by this filthy Skaven wannabe. I'd like to free that lady. And basically stole a whole minute from me. That's what he did. Give me that boomerang. I guess I can use a bomb here. I guess I can do it. I don't know what's going on with my voice today, man. That wasn't a crack. It was just an extremely manly inflection. A little bit of murder. And we carry on. And if I'm going to deal with these, no. Okay, he actually. Okay, so it's not over. It's not over. Just took a licking, took a few hits to the head. Nothing I'm not used to. Oh. Okay. Get destroyed. What a trick shot. We have boots. Very nice. I am fond of this boomerang. I'm going to freaking have it. Get wrecked. Idiot. You son of a